Old Ironsides also proved her mettle in the Great Chase.
There were 5 British ships that intercepted the USS Constitution.
On July 17, 1812, 2 months after war was declared, her lookouts spotted sails on the horizon off the coast of Egg Harbor near present-day Atlantic City. When they received no answer to their signal, Hull became wary and ordered the crew to quarters. When dawn broke on the 18th, the crew of the Constitution faced a terrifying sight. They were being pursued closely by a British squadron, consisting of 4 frigates, a ship with a line, a brig, and a schooner.
Welcome to CP 101, and this is another update on the Constitution. We've got the starboard guns all rigged up now. That's all finished. I started to work on the port side. I got a couple of the guns rigged in, and I just need now to continue on and get this side finished up. We got the broken pin fixed. That was a easy fix. How I fixed that broken pin was I took a straight pin and heated it up, got it really super hot. I poked it through the hole, which told me where to drill from the outside and also made me a pilot hole. Took my pin vise, drilled a hole from the outside, got it nice and cleaned the hole. Took my styrene rod, cut me a piece off, ran it through there, ran some tamiya thin on the inside, ran some tamiya thin on the outside. When it was all dried and ready to go, I came around here and I took the these sprue cutters here, snipped it off right at the side of the hull so we didn't have very much to worry about. Took my skinny stick, sanded it, smoothed it out. Took my washi tape, taped it. Took my micro brushes and painted that area, and can't even tell. So we're good to go there, and being that the pin is through the hull, it's not going to break off any or go anywhere. It'll be just fine, so that's how we fix that. As I said, pretty easy peasy. Our next step, as I said, is to continue on with the port side guns, getting them all rigged up. I had to add some rope here. I didn't have enough. The kid said to cut it at 40 inches, but I was just one gun short. So I had to tie it off here, glue it, and start a new one, and tie this gun in. So if you have this kit, I would recommend maybe cutting your rope maybe 45 inches long, 43 inches long, give you a little extra. I cut me a new rope because I cut both sides at 40, so the other one I'll just use it someplace else, but this one I cut at 45, so I know I got enough rope. And they give you plenty. I mean, this is the spool. That's more than enough. Plus I bought more, so I got more than enough rope to do all the rigging, so I can be a little wasteful. So this cannon here unpainted, will be the bow chaser. I got to paint that up. Doors, I looked at the pictures again, and I was wrong. I thought just had the very front guns had the doors on them, but looking at the pictures again, it was the first 2 that had doors on the gun ports. So I need to get 2 more doors painted up, and once the guns are all rigged up and done, then I'll go back and add the doors to the 2 front ports on each side, and that'll be just like the Captain Hull model. Then we'll get that done. And once we get all that, I need to figure out what I'm going to do as far as the gun deck, because to me it looks kind of sparse with nothing but guns on it. I like to add some stowage. I would like to add some crew figures just to kind of bring this deck to life, even though you're not going to see much of it. It's just for my benefit. So the kit only comes with 20 figures, and that ain't a whole lot of figures in my book. So I got online trying to find me some 1/96 scale nautical figures in the 19th century period, and there's really not a whole lot out there. So I went to a shipbuilding message board, and most of those guys use HO scale figures, so I'll probably have to do the same. So I found me a set of 70 or 72 set of 72 HO scale figures that are road workers, railroad workers, but I can easily convert them over to a nautical crew because they come unpainted, so I can paint them up how I want. Maybe do a little cutting and shaping and molding, but at any rate, I might go with those. I need to get the kit supplied figures out and measure them and see the size difference. If there's not too much of a difference, then I can mix what I buy plus what comes with the kit. If there's a noticeable difference, then I'll just run all HO figures and not use the kit supplied figures. So I gotta check on that. Stowage, we'll have barrels and crates on here, and yeah, it just needs to add some life to it, so we'll be doing that once we get all the guns done. Tools that I'm using so far on this, I'll show you the tools that I'm using. We're using our X-Acto blade, of course, our dollar store sprue cutters, which are working fantastic. Might go back and get me 2 or 3 more and use them just for this build. Tweezers, we're using these fine point and this wide flat point. This is for grabbing, this is for kind of manipulating the rope. These work great. Surgical blades, these are extremely sharp. I used to work at a hospital, so I got a bunch of these. They cut really super good with very little effort. So I need to get in there and trim up some rope. I just use this surgical blade and they work out super duper. Of course, our Canopy 560, gotta have that stuff for this. This is the best stuff on the planet in my book. I use this to put down the wooden veneer on the gun deck, and I'll use this again for the spar deck. Although on the spar deck we have to make sure we have no oopsies, because you'll see all of that. I got some oopsies on the gun deck, but I figured it's going to be hidden. This area right here was the only area I was concerned about anyway. But here and here, I thought if I screw up, you're not going to see it anyway, which I did. I got some glue on the outside of the veneer, and of course when you get this stuff on the outside of wood and it soaks and dries into the wood, then when you go to stain it, the stain will cover it, and you'll see that the light spot, and that's what happened here. So I have to be really careful on the spar deck. We don't have that happen. So, but at any rate, this is only be used on a spar deck. I bought 2 brand new bottles of this stuff, so we got 3 bottles, well 2.5, and that should be enough. I also use this to tie the rigging in. Once I get everything rigged up, then I go back with a micro brush and hit it with a spot of Canopy 560, and that keeps anything from moving at all. Soaks into the rope and keeps it where I want it. So yeah, good stuff. I also use this stuff to put on the bottom wheel of the wheels of all the carriages, so they don't go nowhere. So, and again, I used a macro brush to apply it to the bottom of the wheels. So those cannons ain't going anywhere. Headset. This is our lighted headset. Has a nice bright LED light in it, so I can see what the hell I'm doing when I go to rig in all my ropes. So this works pretty good because it's like glasses. It's pretty comfortable to wear. It has a strap that you can put on it too, so it's more like a headband. But I like the glass style earpiece better. So we're definitely using that on this build. And that's it. That's all I got. We're up to 10 minutes. I think we're long enough. So I hope you're enjoying the Constitution. I'm having a lot of fun working on this thing. It's bringing back a lot of memories, and it's just a cool ship. Alright guys, take care. We'll see you in the next update.